All right. Dan, back to you.
All right.
What is the national sport of Canada?
Good. It's a trick question. No, it's hockey. It has to be.
Has to be, right?
Is
That's
that
what.
your final answer?
Oh,
Can we discuss
Well,
within each other?
I
Like,
don't
Nope.
think
You
so.
could if you he could phone a friend, or you could get a hint from the host, and that would take away your option for the. You could get a harder one next time.
yeah, you got to go with your gut.
feel like I'm trying to think of what else there would be. Like ice skating, maybe curling, snowball fighting. Fucking hell. Maple tree
Hair,
picking.
Maple tree picking, syrup slurping.
Zero.
hairs.
That's crazy.
No, I'm sticking with hockey. If we burn a strike on this, I feel like it's a good way to go down.
I agree.
Okay, and I'm sorry to say, boys, but
No,
hockey is not the
dude.
official sport of
Dan,
Canada.
Dan, it's all
The
right. I
the
would have.
official sport of Canada is actually lacrosse.
What?
What?
Ook.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dan.
What?
Listen, I would have said hockey. I would have said hockey. I can't even blame you for that
I
strike.
I
That's
honestly
crazy.
completely understand. I would have said hockey too.
I'm
It is crazy.
I'm checking the rule books. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
check. Yeah, check Carl's freaking.
I'm throwing up a protest after this game. This is unbelievable.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Two Man Podcast. I am Carl, and with my co-host Tyler Garnett.
Dude, that looks great. I hope everyone can hear you through that mask. The audio listeners are going to be very confused, but Carl is wearing. Carl, please explain to the lovely listeners what you're wearing.
I'm wearing a Captain Rex mask from the Clone Troopers. We're going up to May the 4th very, very soon.
Yep.
So just thought I'd get in the spirit and give you a little shout out in the beginning of the podcast, guys.
Dude, that looks great. And I know, I believe, is it this Sunday already that they're doing the Revenge of the Sith in theaters?
Yes. Fun fact. Where did my hat go?
It's a great question.
Fun fact. I'm actually going to see it on Sunday,
Oh, yeah?
so I'm hyped. Yeah.
Yeah, what is it, the 20th anniversary, 25th?
Yeah, the 20th anniversary of
Nice.
Revenge of the Sith, which is arguably the greatest Star Wars movie. Just saying.
Yeah, I
Arguably.
would love to see it in theaters. I really actually want to go. I'll see what my schedule looks like on Sunday.
Listen, man, pull up Sunday. Just come on down.
I might have to. I might have to.
Well, I think it actually you could probably even go beforehand. I think it comes into the theater on the 25th.
Oh, okay. But is it only, it's only Regal, right?
No, it's
Oh.
AMC everywhere. Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
I
just
thought it was.
Regal.
Oh, I thought it was only Regal because I was gonna say I don't have a Regal by me, but I'm gonna have to look and see because
Yeah,
honestly, that's a good movie just
I'm
by
seeing it at
itself.
AMC. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
perfect.
yeah, I'm seeing it at an AMC, and I'm psyched, man, because like I haven't seen it on the big screen. I've seen that movie maybe like 25 times,
Yeah,
70 times, who knows at
yeah,
this point. I've watched that movie so many times. But when I did see it on the big screen, but we were what, like 8, 9 years old at that point,
yeah.
around
All
2008.
yeah. All I'm picturing is just. I hope it's a packed theater of everyone. Your new empire.
Your new empire. Literally, everybody's gonna be going bar for freaking
Yeah,
bar.
literally, you're not going to be able to hear that part at all in the movie. You're just going to hear
No.
just everybody saying it line for line. And the people who haven't seen the movie are going to be looking around, like the girlfriends who got dragged in there, are going to be
Yeah.
like, "What is going on?"
They'll be like, "What is this right now? Like, what are we in? We're in some sort of cult? Like,
Yeah,
what's going on?"
it's so weird too because I feel like there's so many movies. Like I get goosebumps watching like the last Spider-Man, like No Way Home, and seeing the scenes where Toby and Andrew Garfield come back, and just the atmosphere in the movie theater is so cool. But
So sick.
also feel like if that was my first time seeing the movie, I'd be upset because I wouldn't be able to hear what they're saying. I don't know. That's just me because I've never
Yeah.
been. Have you ever been in a theater like that where it's unbelievable?
What? Just like crazy?
Like
Like,
like crazy, like you can't hear the movie because it's packed and it's electric.
yeah, I have. I mean, like, I think it depends. Like when I saw No Way Home when it re-released,
Yeah.
like the second time, I actually had to turn around, and I was like that person that yelled at these kids. Like
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling that story.
that was a crazy story.
Yeah.
Like that was the only time where like I was like trying to watch a movie and trying to
Yeah.
listen where it was like that.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess like when I watched Infinity War and Endgame when it came out, but
Okay.
like there was loud cheers, but it's not like I couldn't hear the dialogue because people
Mm.
were like screaming.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's just a special showing because I didn't really have the luxury. I mean, I came into watching Marvel late. So, like, my first
Yeah.
movie was Endgame, but it wasn't also like, I don't think it was opening weekend. I think I waited like a week and saw it with you guys, and it
Yeah.
wasn't packed. So,
Yeah, and then there was still probably people overreacting just for the over like the Minecraft movie that's going on right now.
oh,
Like those
yeah, that,
overreactions are insane.
yo, some of those reactions are ridiculous. Like, they're just doing it for the memes. Like, they're not even doing it because of the chicken jockey scene. That's why I've been seeing the
I
most.
know. Yeah, like people literally just want to get on TikTok. Like they're hoping somebody records them and
Mm.
like they get on TikTok or something.
Yeah, because I've been seeing videos of like them, everyone just throwing popcorn, people taking their shirts off, like, hopping on someone's shoulders and just
I think
celebrating.
I think the craziest thing is somebody brought in a live fucking chicken.
I
Like
I
that is
saw that
crazy.
one. Yo, that is
That is
insane.
insane.
How did you get that
Like
past
why?
everybody and keep it quiet until the movie started, until that scene?
No, literally so messed up.
Yeah, like I actually be pissed. Like I understand the No Way Home hype. Like maybe it's a little bit of an overreaction. But if I'm going into a movie theater and there's just a live chicken now behind me and
Yeah.
popcorn, I'm pissed off.
No, like why? Like I mean, I guess like at that time when I saw the whole like chicken being brought in, like
Yeah.
at that point, everybody knew it was like a meme, like to go to
Hmm.
this movie. So
Yeah.
people were straight up going, probably like stoners going high as hell, going drunk as
Probably.
fuck,
Yeah.
like literally just for the actual meme of watching the movie.
Yeah.
But still, like that's just crazy, man. Like I could not imagine being in that environment.
I can't either. And movies today are not cheap, snack wise,
No,
ticket wise, depending when you go. And I'd be pretty upset if my whole viewing experience. But I will say, I was really low on the Minecraft movie when it first got like announced and the first trailer came out. I
yeah.
thought it looked stupid. Maybe a lot of it is because of memes, but I saw that they grossed like almost $1 billion. Did
Oh,
I
they
see that
had to
right?
have. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely really close. I mean, it's still out and people are still going to see
Yeah.
it.
I know. I almost want to
Insane.
see it. I almost want to see it.
I was thinking about it. You know who saw it twice already?
Who?
Fucking Cullen, bro.
Twice, really? That's
Twice, yeah.
interesting.
I was like, dude, what the heck? Like he said he saw it the first time and he's like, yo, actually it was kind of fire. And I'm
Yeah.
like, interesting that you thought it was fire.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, like I'm actually going back. We're gonna get like high and go watch it for a second time. I'm like, yo, you're crazy.
That I mean, that's a fun experience. Well, because that movie almost looks like it would be almost better to enjoy that way. I'm not trying. I haven't seen it, so I can't shit on it. But like,
Yeah, I don't know.
nothing against Momoa or Jack Black, but just seeing like Jason Momoa as a girl, I didn't even like how like the animals and like the Minecraft world looked. I thought
Yeah.
they missed the mark, but seems like people are going back again and again. So
I actually heard it was actually pretty funny. It's like I heard it was not a good movie,
mhm.
but it is a funny like it has its like its one-liners and stuff. And
Yeah,
Jack Black is the man.
yeah, he is. I'm sure if you go with a group of friends and just for a night out, you won't be upset.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. But I'm
yeah.
excited to see Revenge of the Sith back in theaters. Like that shit's gonna be sick.
That's going to be awesome. I hope I actually get the chance to go. I'm actually going to look as soon as this episode's over to see what.
No, you better. If not, I'm coming up to because I'm off Monday. So if
Oh,
you don't get to
okay.
see it, I will drive up to Connecticut Monday and we will go see it.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like a plan to me.
Honestly, I think it just solidified myself coming up there Monday regardless. So
Sounds
I'll
good.
see I'll see you then.
I'll see you Monday. But anyway,
Back on
besides
track.
yeah, besides our quick movie talk, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very fun episode planned for you guys here today. Right now, you only see two of us, and it's going to stay like that for the first few episodes, for the first few segments. We are going to talk about the Daredevil finale that took place last week. Unbelievable if you haven't seen it yet. We're
Yes,
also going to
sir.
talk a little bit about me and Carl's childhood dream, I would say, coming true a little bit. John
Oh
Cena
yeah.
capturing, world championship number 17. Whether we liked how
Fucking
it happened or
electric.
not, it happened.
Yeah, I
Uh,
did not. Dude, oh my God. We can't wait to talk about
we
this.
can't
Can't
wait to
wait.
talk about it. And then we're going to have two special guests, our friends Dan K and Dot, two NBA analysts, will be joining us to talk NBA, do a little NBA draft with them, and then another fun game that Carl has for the three of us that he's going to be the host of, and we are really, really looking forward to it. I can't wait to have them join. Dot is currently watching the Celtics game as we are recording, so when he joins us, it will be fresh off a Celtics win or loss. So that will be a
Oof.
very pure reaction and from him. So I'm very excited. But Carl, without further ado, I mean, I know it took place last week, but how about we talk a little Daredevil finale?
Dude, I am so excited to talk about this. I was like contemplating us having a side episode just to talk about my hype or how amazing
Yeah,
that episode was.
yeah.
And I would just like to say that episode was just amazing. Like
Mm-hmm.
it had everything I wanted. I did get a little blue balled by it, a tad.
Okay.
Like spoilers now
Yes.
if you haven't watched already.
Yes.
But basically my one critique of the thing was getting blue balled a tad bit
Okay.
was when he goes, I need an army. And
Okay. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I want you to storm into that warehouse and
Mm-hmm.
kick everyone's ass and save Frank Castle like right the fuck now.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? But that was my one, like, I guess, bad thing about what I thought happened in the
Yeah.
episode in the finale. But besides that, I thought everything was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the choreography was insane.
Yep. Unbelievable.
No, you go, you go.
Oh, thank. Yeah. No, I was just saying I didn't look at anyone's reactions after, but I'm sure people had similar things about him saying like, "Oh, I need an army." And
Yeah.
I think not only were they upset that they didn't see the army, but the army that they saw was pretty lackluster
Yeah.
because you could think of so many names of who could be in that army, and they're like, "Oh, well, that army stinks." I don't think that's the final army. That
No,
can't
I
be.
don't not I don't think
Yeah.
that's I think this is like the first, I guess, like literally like combination of people who they are going to
Yeah.
build up. Like
Yeah.
but that's what I thought was so interesting about it. It was like, okay, you didn't give us a lot,
Yeah.
and which made me excited for now season 2.
Yeah.
Like now I'm even more hyped for it.
Yeah, and we're kind of, I mean, one of my favorite parts, I mean, we're kind of both picking points from the end of the show, but I mean, I didn't know what Kingpin was going to say, but when he said martial law at one point, I was like,
Yeah, bro.
holy shit, like that was crazy. I don't know what it
Yeah,
was, like I didn't know what he was going to say or what he was about to implement, but that just causes more chaos.
I know, dude. Like, and just like from watching it,
Hmm.
I think that it sets up like potentially Spider-Man 4 for a really, really interesting storytelling
Hmm.
because this is going to happen
Yeah,
like whatever ends up happening in season 2. They're saying that season 2 may come out same time next year,
yeah.
right? So which will be right before Doomsday in May, and
Hmm.
then it'll be right before Spider-Man. So I'm hoping we have the potential of like the effects of season 2 Daredevil
Mm.
to come into play in Spider-Man as well as Doomsday.
Uh,
So
yeah.
I'm kind of hoping they touch upon that a little bit, but I'm okay if they don't. I just like my one thing is like how can you have a war in New York and not have Spider-Man?
Yeah, no, exactly. And honestly, it's going to be interesting too, because I'm sure I know the next thing that comes out, well, not the next thing, but within this kind of arc is Punisher 2 or Punisher season
Yeah,
comes out. So it's going to be interesting to see if that has any correlation or what he's up
yeah,
to. I
I'm
don't
excited.
know. I know it was really great. And I mean, yeah, the whole episode was unbelievable. Even when Daredevil comes home from the hospital after nearly getting killed and
Yeah.
Frank's there, fresh cut,
Dude, that
shaves the
line, that
beard.
dialogue was just so amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Yeah, it's just like not over the top funny, just the right amount of funny, like something both characters would say. And boy, was there violence. They did not hold back for Disney
They
because
did not
that
at
that
all.
scene with them, I mean, even Matt Murdock was trying to stop Frank, but Frank was still just going and going and going.
I think like the craziest part of that scene or that whole scene was like he burst through the door or the patio with the shotgun.
Yeah.
He takes the one guy and he like hits him over the head, then like literally puts him over a table
Yeah.
and just takes the pistol to his head and shoots him in the head
Yeah. I
off the
know.
table. I was like, I
Oh
think
my
he
God.
think he like ripped the guy's arm off too.
He might have. And
I was like, the
honestly,
fuck?
not even in that scene. That episode produced one of the most gruesome kills I've ever seen in my
In
entire
television.
life.
Oh my God, you're so
And
right.
even if you don't watch this show, I mean, listen, if you don't do well with gruesome stuff, do not watch this scene. But the scene of Kingpin with the chief of police
Ooh,
just squeezing his head, I thought his head was going to
ooh.
pop or cave in. It
Yeah.
literally went the wrong ways and his whole jaw came off. Oh my
The
gosh.
top of his head went the other
Yeah.
way. Oh, it was
I
gross.
That was one of the grossest things. That was the first thing I watched. The next day, Wednesday morning, with my breakfast. And I was like, this is not how you start the day. Watching this guy's head go into like seven pieces. I could not believe it. Like this scene, like all season, it was both, Matt and Kingpin trying to fight their inner demons. And it came out a little bit here and there, but everything came off in last
Everything
episode.
literally came out and it all unfolded. It all unraveled, as I
Yeah.
guess the better word. It just all just hit the fan. Shit hit the fan and everything
Yeah.
was just awesome. Even to kind of rewind a little bit, even like the beginning of like he had just gotten just to rewind a little bit, he got
Yeah.
shot in episode 8,
Yep.
right? So you have the opening scene of him in the hospital recovering,
Yep.
and he wakes up, and the fact that he calls Heather Karen, I was like, yo, this episode is starting off with a banger because the last thing
Yeah.
anybody in this world wants to do
Yeah.
when you're going through a rough patch is be called the other person's ex,
Yep.
guy or girl. You get
Yep.
called their name by mistake,
Yep.
it's like literally getting stabbed in the heart 30 times.
Yep. I agree, man. Yeah, that was tough. That
Yes,
was tough. And
rough.
yeah, like you said, already on the rocks. You're being
Yeah.
stubborn about not wanting to stay in the hospital. You need to find some case files that Foggy was working on, and yeah, it was tough. But I mean, I did also enjoy, speaking of Foggy, that he didn't really just die for no reason. I mean, I didn't think
Yeah.
that he was shot for no reason, but it was nice to see that he was on to something and he
Yep.
kind of had to be killed because there was a hit out on him. And obviously, it was great to see Karen come back as well. Also, has this weird
Oh,
relationship with Frank.
which I'm all about. I kind of
Yeah,
really want her and I want her and Punisher. I ship them.
I love it. I hope it happens.
Carisher. Can we quote that? Carisher?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we could rock with that. We'll see if the internet maybe has a
Yeah.
better one, but
No, I think that's the best one.
it might be. It might be.
Yeah, come
But
on.
no matter what you call them, I really enjoyed it. It was really, really weird, but because it was funny too. Because at first I was like, "Oh, great, great timing for her to come back as shit's hitting the fan after she went across the country." But it was nice to know she knew she was kind of going into a mess. She told Frank to watch
Yeah.
Matt, so that was nice.
I just thought it all like played perfectly. And then also the fact that like Kingpin just like instantly went from being like, I love New York to
Yeah,
I'm going to literally turn this into my playground. Like
yeah.
was just insane.
Yeah, and even as they were going through the documents too, to find out that the port that they're trying to build into is just its own like country, basically.
Yeah.
It was like its own city or country, or like it had no rules. Like you were able to ship things in and out. Like there was no jurisdiction, nothing. Like I don't know, something about like everything about this episode was great, and the whole
Everything.
season was great. Like
Yep.
side characters, main characters, storylines, like it was all great.
Who was your favorite like side character besides or I would say who's your favorite new character? Because we got introduced to a lot of new characters as a bunch of old ones came back.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
It's a good question. I don't know. I might be a little biased, but James Gandolfini's kid. I loved
Yes,
him.
Michael Gandolfini. Yes,
Yeah,
that's mine, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was really great in
I
this
thought he was
show.
amazing.
Yeah, obviously started off as like a newbie within the mayor's office, but Kingpin started to like him a little bit, and he rose up the ranks,
Yeah.
whether it was corrupt or not. He rose up the ranks and started to make a name for himself, especially at the end with the city council when the whole town's blacked out,
Yeah.
and he was really showing to show the little mob side of him. So that
A
was
hundred
nice.
percent. I thought the same thing. Yeah. No, I'm so glad we thought the same thing.
Yeah,
I thought the exact same thing when he's sitting there in the dark talking to those councilmen,
yeah,
and he's like, "Listen, I know I follow your trades. Maybe we got to sit down and talk a couple of
yeah.
trades. Your insider trading."
Yep, yep. No, He killed it. He was a great character. I mean, I even, I liked Heather. I liked the other
Yeah,
woman within the mayor's office. She was good. The chief of police. I mean, just like even small characters, they were all
yeah.
great.
I think my favorite two new characters
Hmm.
was Michael, or what is his name? Or Danny Blake or something his name. I think that's what his name is.
Maybe. I actually don't even remember.
It's it's something Blake.
Danny.
Daniel Blake, that's his
Okay,
name.
yeah.
Daniel Blake. So Daniel Blake's character, so which is Michael Gandolfini, and
Hmm.
then the girl who's the reporter, Bibi,
Oh, yes, yes.
really liked her character, and their relationship I thought was really funny because they're both like
Hmm.
using each other,
Yeah.
and it's just so like corrupt and
Hmm.
toxic, and I think they actually like each other. I
I
ship
think
them.
I think so too, and even Vanessa was great in this. I feel like we haven't seen her this much in past Daredevil seasons, or
Yes, I
have
would
as much
agree.
of an
Yeah,
impact. Like I don't know. If I remember correctly, I feel like she kind of knew what was going on, but stayed to the side
yeah,
of everything. And obviously, once Kingpin kind of just was distant, went away, she took over the Empire and flourished. And honestly, really got a hankering for it because she didn't want to give it up.
yeah. I
So
think she kind of did it a little bit better in some aspects than Kingpin.
a little bit, and then like you said, it really just sets up for the future at the end. How
Yeah,
he was like, "Listen, all right, yeah, now we're just gonna paint the town red. It's you and me, and
yeah.
we're gonna burn the city down." He's got his own little special force unit, the Punisher fan club. Uh,
Yeah. How amazing was that scene? How amazing was that scene? Punisher goes in
oh
to
yeah,
Red Hook and
yep,
literally takes on like 20 of these guys all by himself.
yeah.
And if it wasn't for like him getting hit from behind, I think he would have taken out all of them.
I think so. Also, I want whatever bulletproof vest that guy has on. He took like three, four of the heaviest shots I've ever seen right to his upper back. And I'm like, oh my God, he's dead. I thought they were gonna kill him, but then
Yeah.
because I forgot that he has a show coming out. So I
Yeah.
was like, he's dead. He is dead. But
Yeah.
he's alive, and we already said spoiler alert. But the cutscene at the end. What a dumb officer going to
What
shake
a
his hand.
idiot officer.
Dumb officer. That's the biggest trick in the book. You could tell what was going on.
But like he knew that they were all fanboys, so he knew he wanted like to shake his
Hmm.
hand. You're telling me you see John Cena in a cage and you're like the police officer, you're not
Oh,
gonna
I'm
like
shaking.
shake
I'm
his
I'm
hand?
shaking his hand. I'm taking the risk for sure.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like I don't care if he freaking gives me an attitude adjustment after he gets out. Like that'd be insane. That'd be
Yeah.
insane.
No, absolutely. No, you're right. And we've been hinting at it, I feel like the last few episodes, and we'll talk about the other projects as they come out, but I think, on a decent run here. Daredevil was great. Thunderbolts is looking good and has
So excited
some
for that.
decent reviews from some influencers who can't keep their mouths shut. And we
Yes, thank you
also
for
have a Fantastic Four trailer, the
yep.
latest one, that looks really good. And before you get into your little rant, I also just want to say that last Thunderbolts trailer with Under Pressure in the background, and you get to see a
So
little
good.
bit of Black Widow, a little bit of Captain
Yeah.
America. Oof. They're
Oh,
reeling me in. But anyway,
they're
Carl, I'll give you a
no.
soapbox for a second about these influencers getting some early screenings.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's gonna be super quick, not a
Yeah.
crazy rant. Just I'm so glad that you read my text message today. I just had to get it
Yes.
off my chest because I really don't care when the premiere ends up happening
Hmm.
like a week or so beforehand. Because normally those like people know how to keep their mouths shut. Not
Yeah.
saying anything has been spoiled for me,
Yes.
but just like the fact that like not just like critics are seeing it now, but now
Hmm.
influencers
Yeah.
get a whole week and a half jump on watching this movie
Yeah.
before the rest of everybody else really is messed up. Like I wouldn't mind if the movie came out on the Friday and you got to see it on the Monday. You
Yeah.
see it the Wednesday before the movie comes out,
Yeah.
like the following week before. Messed up, man. Like that's so much time for them to like potentially spoil things.
Yeah. It's weird too because I feel like influencers always see it, but I feel like this is the earliest they've ever been allowed
Yeah, I
to view
agree.
it. And also, usually they're pretty generic and general with their statements, just saying it was a good movie or this, and they don't spoil it, and they didn't spoil it this time. But I've seen somewhere they're like, "This is the greatest movie ever."
Yes.
I mean, I hope you saw the same thing. I hope everyone did too. But you have to stay for the credits. You have to, and it's like, dude, stop. Just tell me there's two. Just tell me there's
Yes,
two of
that's all
them.
I wanted to know. I was like, just
Just
tell me there's two post-credits
yeah,
scenes. But you said like you literally hit it right
yeah,
on the head for me, dude.
yeah.
Like My thing is like, okay, you can tell me you thought they were great, but to tell me that the second post-credit
Yeah,
scene was the greatest they've ever seen, like the
yeah,
greatest post-credit scene ever, really ticks me off. Because now if I watch that post-credit scene and I'm like, if it doesn't meet my expectations, I'm gonna
yeah.
be tight.
I
I'm
know,
gonna be
because
tight.
now the influencers who didn't see it, it's the same old problem. People are thinking, what could be the craziest post-credit scene I see? And if
Exactly.
that doesn't happen, everyone's upset. So,
Yep. Exactly. That's what it is too, is because
yeah,
now the other influencers that are trying to get clickbait that didn't even see it
yeah,
are going to be like, this is the theory. I haven't seen it yet, so this is
yep,
my
there it
theory.
is.
Like I've
Yep,
already seen like four ones talking about they think Doctor Doom's gonna be it, and I've seen another 20 thinking it's gonna be like so and so, so and so, you
yeah,
know? So
I
like
know.
obviously I don't want to think that though.
No, I know. Neither do I. But listen, we're just gonna have to see it, and we'll report back when it comes
Yeah.
out. But good nift. That was
My last thing to report about that whole thing too
yeah,
was people are so dumb too. They're like, oh, Simon Yu or Liu, whatever, was at the premiere too. He's got to be in the movie. Maybe he's in the post-credit scene. No, you fucking idiots. The whole cast of Doomsday was invited to the premiere.
yeah,
And they're all in Europe. They're filming down the road. They're
yeah.
100% going to be invited to boost up the
Oh, of
boost up the hype for the
course, of
movie.
course. Even Pedro Pascal was there, I think,
That's what
too.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. I saw
yeah,
Pedro walk, and then I saw Simon Liu, and they're like, "Oh, well, Pedro's gonna be there because he has Fantastic Four." And they
yeah,
were like, "Why is Simon Liu there?" I was like,
yeah,
"I don't know. Maybe he likes Marvel, and maybe they're filming right down the fucking road,
yeah.
Doomsday, right
Also,
now."
they're friends. They have acted together. Or they at least have crossed
Yeah,
paths. So
exactly.
yeah, that was a very weird thing. But
All right, rant off my chest.
I'm glad I uh,
Rant off my
I'm
chest.
glad I was able to get that off your chest for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.
Of
I
course.
really
Well,
do.
how about we go into something a little bit more exciting, a little more happy for us?
Eh,
Maybe a little more
eh.
exciting. I don't know. We'll start with the base headline, which was this past WrestleMania, which was last weekend. John Cena defeated Cody Rhodes to win his 17th World Championship, which is the all-time record for WWE, which is very exciting. He announced earlier this year this would be his last. This is one that me and Cole grew up watching. He was always the hero for 20 plus years. And now he announced his heel run, and
Yeah,
he won. He won, and
you
it's
won.
been weird ever since he won. Almost, I don't know. The whole build up was weird. I don't know how you feel
Yeah.
about it, but I thought it was just all weird
No,
how it went.
yeah, I thought it was weird, man. I watched it live, had mixed emotions.
Yeah.
He comes out with this theme song, but like
Yep.
all black, no color, like in his promo as he runs out, it was just plain black, white
Hmm.
screen or white lettering.
Yeah.
I thought he wrestled really well. I thought the
Good.
match was great. It wasn't
Good.
like a top 10 ever match,
Yeah.
but it's not like people were saying that he couldn't wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
They both wrestled very well, and
Good.
it couldn't went either person's way.
Yeah.
Um, but there was something about when he raised that title, like part of me was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, ooh, I don't like how that happened.
Yeah.
And it like kind of took the moment away from me a little bit.
I know. It was just. It's been a roller coaster from when he first turned heel with The
Yeah.
Rock, and it was like, wow, we're actually going to get heel Cena. This stinks. But then they almost didn't know where to go
Yeah.
because Cena was still getting cheered. He was like almost still getting cheered. Cody was getting booed at points, even though,
Yeah.
Cena got booed too, but it was like a playful boo. But
Yeah.
then everyone pretty much wanted to see Cena win, or at least anyone our age or older, I feel like,
Yeah.
wanted to see Cena win. And then when you texted me, because I fell asleep for the end of it, you texted me, you're like, yo, Cena won. He's got 17. I was like, yo, let's go. Thank God. Like, he got it. Now we know he has the record because we want him to get it. But then I saw the match, I saw the ending, and I was just like, huh, really weird now. Even him,
Yeah.
I don't know, weird. I'm sure him putting the belt on backwards,
Backwards.
working up the stairs. I don't know. It was weird. And now I don't know if you saw The Rock coming out and basically said like, listen, they called me in last second to turn him heel, and after that I said I don't want really anything else to do with this. So he was like
Really? I didn't even see that he said
he
that.
was on Pat McAfee, and basically he just alluded. He didn't say it, but he basically said like Elimination Chamber wasn't selling well, so they wanted him to step in, basically, kind of join the storyline. But then he told them after like Elimination Chamber, like, Final Boss is done. Let those two guys do their thing. I don't want to be involved, basically. And
Wow.
I don't know if that ruined things or changed things, but it almost seemed like this wasn't the plan for months. It almost seemed like it was a plan for like a week.
Yeah, I kind of I watched WrestleMania and I'm like, yo, like, when's John Cena coming out? I
Yeah,
mean, I was like, when's The Rock coming out?
yeah,
When's he coming? He's part of this. We think
yeah,
he's in Hawaii. We know that's not true.
yeah.
He never came out.
Obviously, I just watch everything through clips, but it seemed like the Raw after WrestleMania was better than WrestleMania at points. I mean, having Orton come out and RKO Cena, that was
Not
more
gonna
exciting than the match.
not gonna lie, that was fucking insane. I
Yeah,
was sitting there, me and Joey watched it because we were like, yo, Raw after Mania is gonna be sick.
yeah,
Let's just watch it. So we're watching Cena, and I'm like hating everything he's talking about in this promo,
hmm,
which I guess he's doing a good thing. He's doing his job. Like you're really
yeah,
not supposed to like what he's saying.
yeah,
But me and my brother were like, oh, like Randy's music's gonna hit. Like it's gonna hit.
yeah,
Like he was like, yeah, nobody has the time I have here. And
yeah,
we look at each other, we're like, Randy Orton, dude. Like, what are you
yeah, yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
And then the fact the way they did it was the
So
RKO
cool.
literally came out of nowhere
Yeah.
was perfect chef's kit. I think the build up now with Randy Orton and John Cena is going to be 1,000 times better than they did
Hmm.
with Cody. I
Absolutely.
think by the end of the summer, Cody will get the belt back. I think that's my prediction.
Mm.
I think that's my
Interesting.
prediction. By the end of the
My
summer, maybe not at SummerSlam,
yeah.
maybe like all right, maybe fall. Maybe I'll push it to fall.
Yeah. Now my prediction is Cena actually ends the year with it and leaves with the belt. I
Really?
think he actually leaves with the belt and they get some redesigns for those belts. Yeah, how about without further ado, we get into our next sports topic. We welcome our two friends in, our two NBA analysts, Dan and Dot, who, as of right now, we actually don't know if the Celtics won or lost, but we
Yeah, we'll
will
find
be able
out.
to find out right now.
Uh,
Yo, who are
oh, what
those
a
Uh,
losers,
shirt.
bro?
What a shirt.
oh
What are we
man,
talking about?
fellas, welcome. I'm guessing the Celtics won.
They're about to win. I didn't want to make the boys wait any longer, but
I
Oh, what a
appreciate you.
guy.
they're
What a
they're
guy.
wrapping it
Bro,
up.
imagine
About to go
imagine they
2-0 at
lose.
home.
How was the game?
It was good. It got a little tense down the stretch, but not having JT kind of hurt us at the end, but
Yeah.
we got it
Wait,
done.
what happened to JT? Oh yeah, because he got hurt last game, right?
Yeah, he got a bone bruise in his wrist,
Yeah, I think my favorite
Shooting hand
part.
or non-shooting hand?
shooting hand.
Oof.
Ooh.
Did you guys see the clip of his mom being like, "Do you want me to go into the dugout?" They were going to the other locker room.
Yeah, the dugout, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, the dugout.
Carl's got
Yeah,
the Mets
so,
on his mind.
Yeah,
you know.
sorry, bro. Let's go Mets.
We'll get right into it. Fellas, thank you guys for joining. We absolutely love you guys. Dan, the Knicks fan, Dot, Celtics fan, like we just said, coming off a game two win. Dot, let's get a quick post game feelings from you. I know the game just wrapped up, but how's it feel with no JT?
I feel good. I think the Celtics are well rounded overall. So it's next man up mentality.
Hmm.
It hurts not having your star player, but if we can give them rest, get the series done in 4 or 5 games, we'll be all
Yep.
set for the next round. Hopefully get ready to play at the Garden.
Yeah, yeah. Well, which garden? Because
Maybe even not.
yeah,
Both gardens.
yeah. What garden are you talking about? All I know is the Gardens, Madison Square
Let's
Garden,
go.
sir. So,
All
but
right, all right, all right.
Yo, Dot, how did I have a question actually for you? How did you get those close of seats to a
oh
playoff game?
yeah.
Yeah, so one of our close friends, Ryan Van Alec, he his girlfriend used to work for the Milwaukee Bucks,
Hmm.
and
Oh my God.
yeah, so she has some connects like around the league, and she lived in Boston for a little bit, so she had some connections at the Celtics. So she was able to get us tickets right in the second row behind the announcers, which was sick.
Yo, that
That's
is
so good.
actually insane.
Yeah.
It was we showed up like during shootout, so like
Mhm.
there was like no one there. We were the only ones in the stands, and we're just like yelling at JB, JT warming up. it was one of the best experiences. And I was wearing a Jalen Brown jersey, so he like pointed at me a few times, winked at me.
No
It was
way.
dope.
That's hype.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
that's
if you're gonna
hype.
have tickets like that, you got to pull up like early. You got to be the
Oh
first
yeah.
one in
Mhm.
there.
I was hoping we would be able to get something like signed or something, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
it was just too chaotic.
Playoffs, bro. They're locked in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I would have hoped to get on the court, but obviously in playoffs they're too locked in. Maybe
They're too
shoot get a
locked
couple
in.
shots up,
I
but
didn't want to bother them. I was like,
yeah.
you know, like we'll get another chance in the regular season, hopefully, but
Yeah. Can't don't even want to shake their hands wrong.
Bro, imagine you were like bothering them, and then after the game they lost, and they were like, "Yeah, the fans were being really annoying in the
yeah.
beginning. Like we couldn't really lock in."
Yeah,
There was
see,
a guy
I
wearing a
wasn't trying to be that
Jalen.
guy.
Was
And
it?
I knew we'd be going to the game before we found out who we were gonna play, like Orlando or
Mm.
I think it was Atlanta, and I was like, I hope Orlando wins because I want to see Paolo play.
Yeah.
He's a
I like
baller.
Paolo, and he balled. He was a hooper, but I was talking trash to the whole like Magic team. They would come
Let's
up like
go.
put their mouth guard in. I was like, y'all just bums.
That's like the good kind of trash talk too. You don't want to like be that guy that just like curses out the other team. You just want to be like, yeah,
No,
you're a
especially
bum.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm mindful of what the like how Boston is known as with
Mm.
other teams coming in, so I try to hold myself back,
Yeah,
especially
that's smart. But I feel like obviously you can't, some things are off limits, but there's so many things. Like I've been to a Rangers playoff game and you're like screaming and cursing and you
yeah.
see like parents like holding their kids' ears and it's like, you're the one who brought your kid to a playoff game. Like
Yeah, you
I don't
should
really know.
expect that.
Obviously there's some words you cannot say, but for the most part it's like if you're screaming, I feel like you
Yeah.
let fly.
Yeah, you should definitely expect that.
Yeah.
And we were in the family section, so to the left of me was Kristaps' family,
And
Oh,
they're
no way.
and to the right of me was Sam Hauser's brother.
Yeah, you should have
So
cursed out
so we were
Kristaps' family
they're
first.
like, yeah, we do this every day, and then me and Ryan in the middle,
Sick.
both of them are like just fucking going nuts.
they were probably so used to the regulars in that section too. Like maybe
Yeah.
the people who used to be there, and now it's just you guys just ramping them up.
You know, I talked to Krista. I don't know if he was like his direct brother or like cousin, but he was like
Mm.
also 6'9" with like a thick
Yeah.
accent. So I asked him, you know, like, um, how often he comes. He goes, yeah, we just come to every single game.
That's
What a
insane.
life.
Yeah.
What a life. He probably doesn't have a job. He probably just riding off his brother's coattails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I know. Well, obviously, I just thought of another question. I know the Celtics obviously won the championship last year. Did you get to go to the parade or anything?
No, I didn't,
Mm.
unfortunately. They won earlier that week, and the parade was Friday. It was the same exact day I was flying out of Boston
Oh,
to go to Tokyo for
Bro
work.
ran away from the parade.
Damn,
Yeah,
fake fan, bro. Why do we even
I was
have him on
flying
the
the
pod?
morning of the parade, and I was like, hopefully I can see it when I'm like in the plane.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
hopefully we'll try to make that up this year.
yeah. Hopefully, it's so funny too because I work with a bunch of people from Massachusetts, and I feel like it's where New York fans and Massachusetts fans differ. Because like when the Celtics won, I was like, oh my God, like congrats, you guys gonna go to parade? They're like, I don't know. I went to the Patriots one a few years ago, and it
They're
rained, or
spoiled.
I went to this Patriots one, I didn't get good
Spoiled.
seats. I'm like, if any New York team ever won, I'm in the city for a week. I'm canceling whatever plan I have, and I'm there for the week,
Yeah.
drinking, sleeping wherever. So it's so funny. I was just curious about if you were able to make it, but obviously you had a couple.
I wasn't able to make it, but I would 100% been there. But also like people like who can make it, don't make it. They're just pussies, dude. Like
Yeah, that's what
I don't care. Doesn't matter who wins, how often you got to be there just because it's so electric.
yeah,
Especially
I dream of the day.
Dude,
yeah.
like being like a Mets fan, like just knowing how much misery like your franchise goes through. So even if one of my teams wins, like you never know when the next one is gonna be. So
Yeah.
like you just have to celebrate it as much as possible.
Hmm.
How are the Mets doing right now?
Yo, they're fucking killing it,
They're
bro.
hot. They're
They're
hot to start the
killing it.
year.
They're killing it.
I heard.
They're 12-1 at home right now.
Ah,
Yeah, 12-1 at home, which is insane. Um,
Sox tied with the Yankees for first place and most wins. Can't say first.
hey,
all right.
We're
all
back.
right. Well, we got the most wins in baseball, so I'll at you, boy. Just saying.
Yo, banner.
Banner.
Do it in
First
April.
20 games of the season, best
Yeah.
record in
Yo,
baseball.
it's
Yeah,
Banner.
yeah. Hang it
I
up.
yo,
Hang
I
it
think
up.
it's so funny because I feel like the group chat we have too. I absolutely like walk on eggshells to say anything sometimes because I'm just ready for like a banner text or like some other sort of text or like anything that my team ever does. Dude, it's so funny too because like I'll be upset that my team has lost. And I'll go, don't look at the group chat. Don't look at the group chat. They're gonna be assholes about it. And I'm just reading everyone just say, I'm like, I can't let it get to me. And I'm just up. I'm like, it got to me. It got to me.
Yeah,
They don't know
it's
what they're
like
talking about. I
It's
know
so
this is what they're
easy.
trying to
So
do,
easy.
and they've done it.
it's like spam of like Knicks cry face, Mets cry face, cry face,
Yeah.
cry face.
And it like gets me too. It get Brody is the best at it. I saw him a few weeks ago. I told him, I was like, dude, you put my head in a blender sometimes, literally.
He might be the best trash talker, like sports wise. Like he just knows exactly what to say to push your buttons.
As
Yeah.
as a Boston fan, he's the worst because he trash talks his teams more than anyone else's.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, yo, he does. You would think he's like a New York fan or something by how much he
Yeah.
trashes the Red Sox.
I feel like that's how like you have to be a good trash talker. You got to trash talk your own team, so it's okay to trash talk everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It,
you
Boundaries
kind you kind of pull like a Eminem 8 Mile. You kind of just say everything bad about your own team, so no one else can say anything bad about it. Almost. Yeah, I know.
uh,
But Dan, we wanted to talk a little Knicks too, man. I know they just had the tough game 2 loss. They're going to be 1-1 going back to Detroit. I mean, what are your
Yep.
thoughts going on that?
I mean, it's been a good series so far, and you go into the season with really high expectations. You made that big trade for Cat. You thinking that's the piece that could put you over, and we got through the regular season really to a similar point where we were last year.
Hmm.
Celtics are obviously pretty much the same place they were last year, maybe even look a little better in my opinion.
Hmm.
Cavs obviously look great, number one seed. So Knicks are kind of in that second tier below them. And that kind of showed, against the Pistons. And honestly, the Pistons outplayed them in 6 out of the 8 quarters,
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so the fact that they even won one game, that 21-0 run was absolutely electric. But um, outside of that, I mean, the Pistons have absolutely controlled the series, in my opinion. The defense has been, something to speak on.
yeah.
Cat didn't take a single shot, I think, in the second half
That's
last
insane,
game.
dude.
That can
And
happen.
it can happen, but at the same time, it's not like he shied away. He didn't really get the ball much,
Hmm.
and when he did, he just couldn't get anything off. Like their defense was absolutely suffocating. Um, so I mean, confidence is lower right now than going into this series. Obviously, you want to win both games at home at MSG. Crowd's absolutely rocking the whole time.
Yeah,
But you got to give credit where credit's due. Like Detroit played awesome. They were the hungrier team in that second game by far. And still the Knicks tied it with
yeah,
Yeah.
about a minute left in the game and had an opportunity to win. Couldn't pull through. Uh, but opportunities are there. That first 3 quarters of that second game was some of the worst basketball I've seen the Knicks play this entire
yeah,
year.
yeah.
And again, like they were still in a position to win, so I can't be too upset. But obviously, would have loved to take them both at home.
Yeah, it was tough, and I talked to Carl earlier in the day too about the Knicks, and I was like, as bad as they played, I also felt like Brunson had a pretty off game, but he also had 37 quietly, if that
Yeah,
even makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, I
That's
don't know.
insane.
Like he obviously got a lot of hate after the game. I know there was a lot of people making fun of him, but 37 is nothing to be too upset about.
he, go ahead, Carl. I saw
No,
you were trying to
no,
say something.
even on that 21-0 run, like it was insane. Just like they just find a way to come back. Like
Hmm.
even they played terrible, like you said, in their game 2. But they still had two chances to tie the game and potentially even go ahead within the last like 10 seconds of the game. Like it gives me hope that at least they're not like, playing so terribly and then like, like not finishing the game out strong. Like they have
Yeah,
hope till the very end.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's a 3 and a 6. So, the Knicks in theory are the favorite and they should advance in the series. But I think the Pistons are probably playing a little higher than their 6 seed right now, and the Knicks are probably
hmm,
playing a little lower than their third seed.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like a 4 or 5 series a little bit. But yeah, hopefully the Knicks can pull through, obviously. But yeah, I mean Brunson's like one of the biggest playoff risers in the league. I mean, like you mentioned, Tyler, it looks like he has an off game. Then you look at the box score and he has
yeah.
35 plus points.
It's insane.
Nuts.
So no, he's unreal in the clutch. He's great. Obviously, clutch player of the year. Congratulations to him.
Yes.
Made some
Yeah.
money off that, which is great. Should have put more down. And congrats to Peyton Pritchard too. Dot. I had him in one of those parlays.
Yeah.
So good stuff for the East and our couple teams too, which is cool.
Now,
Yeah,
I have a question to ask you guys. Do you think that they added those awards in just to kind of like, throw a bone to some players that aren't going to win like an MVP or Defensive Player of the Year? Like, me and Tyler kind of touched upon it before. It was like, I feel like they're just like making up now awards just to kind of throw it around to the people. Like, what's your opinion on that?
I don't know when. I know Six Man of the Year has been around for like a very
Yeah.
long time. So I think the Sixth Man of the Year goes back to like the 70s.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know when the Clutch Player of the Year came into play. I think that may be
Like
something for
3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was the first year, honestly. I didn't even know.
I know
Yeah.
last year, I know De'Aaron Fox won it one of the last two
Mm.
years. I forget who it was.
Yeah, I think De'Aaron won the first one, Curry won the second one, and then Brunson just won this one. I don't know why, but that kind of rings a bell.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is
So
what it is.
so I don't think for the Sixth Man of the Year, but maybe for the Clutch Player of the Year, they're like trying to recognize players who I guess control the end of the games because like just like any other sport, you need closers. Like your star player
Hmm.
needs to be the closer. And like for example, just today's game, we like the Magic cut the lead down to like almost like 5 or 6 in the fourth quarter, blowing like a 12-point lead. And
Hmm.
just because we don't like JT is our closer,
Hmm.
and that's Brunson for the Knicks. Like you can always like no matter what, you can always rely. And I said this going into the playoffs. Like the Knicks overall are just a riser team when it comes
Hmm.
to the playoffs. Granted that they've probably been playing down to their actual potential offensively, I would say, because we know their potential defensively. There's a ceiling.
Yeah.
That's you got Brunson and Cat on your team. There's obviously going to be a defensive ceiling because
Yeah.
you can pick on two guys at any given moment.
Hmm.
Um, Cat has gotten a little better in my opinion, but Brunson just he's so undersized and he has to put so much effort on offense
Yeah.
to to be able to a top tier guard defensively.
Hmm.
But offensively, their ceiling is you don't even know if you've actually seen their ceiling offensively, even though they've played great throughout the year because they have they have Brunson, Cat, who I think I mean they need to get Cap the ball a lot more in my opinion
Yeah.
because
Yep.
you got a 6 foot, 6'11", 7 foot guy who can shoot from 30 feet out, can take
Hmm.
it to the rim, and put the ball on the floor. Like yeah, the Pistons are very surprised. Like they've been good defensively, and they're also young. That's like my thing is like these young teams play with so much energy and physicality that
Hmm.
you're not like I guess prepared for. Like the Magic are doing it, the Pistons are doing it,
Yep.
the
Yeah.
Rockets are doing it. They're just so young, physical, and good defensive teams. I think at the end of the day, experience is just gonna matter more, and
Hmm.
especially in the first round. So the Knicks, I got the Knicks in six.
Let's go.
I
Yeah.
got the
Sick.
Knicks, I got the Knicks in six. I think that was the only series I had going past 5 games in the East. So
Tough.
Okay.
yeah, because I had the Pacers beating the Bucks in five. I didn't know Dame was gonna come back, so that might change. But
Hmm.
Yeah.
um,
They still don't look good even with him back. I mean,
No, they
dude,
didn't. We
Doc
don't.
Rivers put him out there for like 35 minutes after he hasn't played in like months, it feels like.
I was about to say he really got thrown right into the fire after dealing with what he was dealing with.
yeah,
Yeah, but that series is fun because I feel like those teams really do not like each other. Like
Yeah.
it's not like one of those, they're kind of close to each other, so there's a natural rivalry
Hmm.
there. I feel like the players legitimately do not like each other. Like Dame got a technical foul yelling at Halliburton, like they kind of got into it even when he wasn't playing. So like, that's just
Yeah.
been fun to
you
watch.
give Halliburton a 10, 12 point lead, he's gonna start tripping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I love how his voice switches up, bro. Like I fucking love it and hate it at the same time. It's amazing.
Yeah. It is definitely exciting. I mean, even the West matchups are pretty exciting. I know talked about it in the group chat a little bit, but uh, I've never seen matchups so close where it really could go either way. I know you said in the East you got like most of those series ending in five, but there are some young, exciting teams. But like you said, Dot, I think just especially home crowd and experience is really just going to prevail, which gives me a little bit more hope for the Knicks. But Game 3 will only tell, obviously tomorrow
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. In
Yeah,
terms of
I
close
don't.
series in the West, you're talking about the Thunder one, right, Tyler?
Oh yes, the closest series in basketball history, of course, is the Thunder and the Grizzlies. That was you should. I saw some tweets that said if you lose by 50 points, you should just give up the series. You should be relegated or something because that's
Yeah.
how does that happen?
I also saw people saying that you should, if someone wins game one by 50 points, the series should automatically be over. So
Yeah,
like imagine how electric it would be if the players knew they were fighting for that 50-point win, and so they would advance after one game.
that would make it
Honestly,
exciting.
That'd be crazy.
honestly, get us in the game-changing rules. Get us in the room. Get us in the room.
I don't even know how I would feel as a home fan. Like, yeah, I'm happy my team won, but this was not even an exciting game that I paid hundreds of dollars for to see my team win by 60 points.
I don't know. Can you
Yeah.
imagine just getting belligerently drunk, just like rooting for points, like for you to blow out the other team?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, to Tyler, I totally get that, but at the same time, it's like every single Knicks playoff game, I feel like in the last like
yeah.
3 years has just been like down to the wire, and I feel like I lose like a few days off my life every single
Mhm.
game. So like it would be nice to just watch like a nice 30-point blowout, you know? It's just like, all
Yeah.
right, we got this one in the bag after like 2.5 quarters.
Literally, that was like, oh, they cut it to five at the end of the game. It's like the Knicks are just always in a 5 point game for the entire game. You're right. No matter if they're winning or losing, like it's the closest games and it's back and forth and it's guys,
Yeah.
it's so stressful. The Knicks games, every
They just
single one.
they just drew a tough card because like even when they get past or if they get past this round, they're gonna have to play the Celtics.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's a good matchup for them from just basketball perspective. Like they'll probably just have to shoot the lights out of the ball.
Hmm.
And it's possible because I really do think they have a potential to be like one the best offense in the
Hmm.
NBA. It's just it has to be unlocked, and I don't know how that's gonna happen, but there is some potential there.
Yeah. Obviously, playoffs are a different animal, and it's so funny because me and Carl have talked about like if you told us 10 years ago that the Knicks would win back to back 50, 50 games back to back years, we would have thought you were crazy with how the dark times of the Knicks. So
Oh yeah.
it's almost like now we're greedy because now it's like if we do get past the Pistons, we got the Celtics who we really couldn't really play against besides the last matchup of the season well. Um, but yeah, the roster is like the best I've probably ever seen the Knicks have on paper, at least, paper wise, even if you don't even look at the stats, you just see the names. You see the five or six names and you're like, yeah, talent wise that could be there, but it seems like something's just off sometimes in some of the games and then you get into the old problem. You gave up 5 firsts for McKell and some trades for Cat. So you try not to think about it like
And then
that.
you see Julius Randle kind of hooping on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
I'd still give him up in a heartbeat, but
no, exactly. Also, Randall saying that this is like the first meaningful playoff game he's ever played in
That
was
shit pissed me off.
that
Wait,
yeah,
that makes
what?
that
He
makes that
said
makes
that?
sense. That makes sense because he's always just sucked ass.
yeah, literally. Like
He
He
was
has
like the
also,
biggest playoff dropper like in the league.
Yeah.
yeah, there was
I
games
feel
where
like,
he could have gone to the ECF and he
yeah.
absolutely put up like 10 points.
I feel like he also was hurt. Like he didn't play at all last year in the playoffs when the Knicks were there. He was like he was on like half a leg.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was weird to see all that for sure.
Yeah, but I will never take it for granted Knicks being in the playoffs. I mean, like half my life they've just been like ass. Like I've had to watch like Emmanuel Mudiay and like
Yeah,
Paolo Prigioni and like Lance Thomas. And no hate to all those guys, but like
No,
no,
definitely
those were
hate.
dark
That's
times.
definitely hate.
No, no,
Lance
they've made me the
Mudiay.
man I am today.
yeah. That's
That's
why
funny.
when eventually it happens, it's going to feel so great because of just those dark times.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it feels great now. It's like you got Brunson. It's like he puts up a shot late in the game, and you're like, all right, like I feel good about that going in. Like
Yeah,
there was never any of that for 10 years, you know?
yeah, fair.
What are your guys' thoughts on the whole Brunson foul baiting grifting conversation after that last game?
I mean, I see it. Obviously, like I think it's tough to watch. Like I'm not even gonna be biased. Sometimes, like especially last game, which is so weird because he had 37. I can't believe that. Something's wrong there because I thought he wasn't getting the shots to drop, and like those times where like he doesn't get the call. Obviously, it looks ridiculous. So you see the replay of him backing up into a guy like even if he wasn't on my team, I would think that that's just doesn't seem like pure basketball to me. I like when
Yeah.
guys are shooters and
And
they have a nice mid range or something, but he does. But then he's got that personally.
I think it's a rule problem, to be honest.
Could
Like
be.
the NBA was like, yeah, we're gonna address situations like that, and they did it for like 3 games, and then
Yep.
they just
Yeah.
stopped doing it, and players just take advantage of it. So like I as a watcher, I obviously don't like it because it's like annoying that like interrupts the flow of the game,
Hmm.
but also at the same time I'm like you can't really blame them because they're just trying to get buckets.
Yeah,
They're just
true.
trying to put like points on the board.
I feel like the NBA has that problem though. There's like a lot of instances where like there's like issues with the way the games are played or like how the rules are, but they just kind of let things go because they know that they'll be like the union that like the NBA has is so strong and they know the players will fight back on like different rule changes they make that will make it harder for them to score. So that's what makes it hard at the end of the day, in my opinion.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
think I think he
And
just has to sell it less. Like someone like a Jimmy Butler, like he does the same shit, but you can never tell what he's doing. Like he's like,
Hmm.
I think he just got to do that. Like
Yeah.
just sell
yeah, the
it.
thing is, he's also like a lot of these other guys in the league, they have the natural size to be able to like get to the rack and just like blow by people. Like
Yeah.
Brunson's like what, 6'1" on a good day. So
On a
like,
good day.
yeah, I get it. It's definitely frustrating to watch sometimes, especially when they're not playing as well. And like that's their offense. Like when I go iso ball, it's just like him one on one, trying to draw fouls. Like it does definitely get frustrating, but
Hmm.
at the same time, like you mentioned, Dot, he's like taking advantage of the rules and the officiating in the league, just like all other players and coaches do in every single other sport. Um,
Yeah, SJ is about to win an MVP doing that shit. So
Yeah, I
right.
can't believe he's gonna win an MVP off all that. Like,
Do you
And then
it's
think
like,
Yo
you guys got like Embiid 7 feet tall doing the same thing. Like
yeah.
that dude could just get to the rack every single time he touches the ball, like without hesitation,
yeah,
Do you guys think that Jokic deserves the MVP over SGA?
yeah,
What's your thoughts?
yeah. I definitely do.
yeah, if I had a vote, it would definitely be for Jokic. Um, I mean, can't he's just so fucking good. That would be my deep analysis.
My
Yeah,
deep
yeah,
analysis.
you
Just
don't
so fucking
even
good.
don't even need
I
to
mean,
dive deep. He's got it. He's just good.
yeah. What was it? He was top three in like all the three major statistical categories, which has like never happened in the history of the league ever.
No
Yeah,
one,
Um,
no one's ever been in the top 10 on those like so, and he
yeah.
was top three in each one.
yeah, and
Like
he's
that's
yeah,
unreal. And I
yeah,
and I get it. Like, Shea averaged what, like 32 or 33, and he was, the best team in the league by far this year. They had the best point differential, I think, in NBA history, which
hmm
is
That's
actually
insane too.
crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
And he was the leader of that team. So I get why he's MVP, and it's also like voter fatigue. I think like LeBron was a victim of that, 10 years ago. He could have won it every single year for like 10 years straight, but
yeah,
you're not going to get that every single year. So I think it's the same thing with Jokic. He's won it what, 2 or 3 times now. Um,
yeah.
and someone was like somewhat close, so I think people are just trying to give it to him.
I agree. I think border fatigue will play a role and Thunder just
Hmm.
generational team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, but kind of just looking at the playoffs too. I guess Dot, if you can't pick the Celtics, who do you think could easily win? Not easily, but could win the championship?
Um, I mean, I feel like Thunder would be an easy pick
Hmm.
to go with. But if I'm gonna do like a semi hot take because I just feel like Thunder would be the next pick, but I
Hmm.
feel like that's too easy. I think the Clippers have a legit shot.
Yeah,
Wow.
I truly believe the Clippers have a legit shot. The way that Kawhi's been playing, and it just reminds me of 2019 Raptors Kawhi.
that was a good time.
And
Yeah.
and this team is better than that 2019 team that won and beat the Golden State Warriors.
Hmm.
So like if I were to put some money on it for good odds, I would definitely take Clippers because
Like that pick.
Yeah,
yeah, Ivica Zubac is like I think most improved player category.
Yep.
James Harden is James Harden, and like he's sometimes drops in the playoffs, but I think still having him as the second or the third option even at times is pretty satisfactory. Like it's good. Um,
Yeah, I'd take that for sure as a third
And they got
second.
a deep team. Like they got Norman Powell as like their fourth option, who's
Hmm.
pretty elite at jump like shot making.
Yeah.
Uh, then they got good defensive wings. Yeah, so Clippers would be my pick.
Yeah, I like that one. Dan, if you can't pick the Knicks, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same mindset as Dot. It's like Celtics and Thunder, I think, are like, I think that finals matchup is like plus 150 favorite. So
Hmm.
like, that's by far what everyone's picking.
Yeah.
I mean, if, Tatum's a little banged up, I mean, the Cavs have been there the last few years. They haven't been able to get over the hump, but
Hmm.
um they have a really good team too. So I think this is like one of those years for Donovan Mitchell. Like, hey, you were the number one seed. You have these two huge guys on your team in Evan Mobley and Jared Allen that have both developed tremendously this year.
Hmm.
You've got a lot of shooters around you as well. They really do have a good team. So like obviously the Celtics are the defending champions. You got to beat the defending champs to get to the top. But if they're able to do that, I think they could put up a good fight with whoever comes from the West, and they don't have great odds, but yeah, outside of the Celtics and Thunder, I would say the Cavs in the East, and then yeah, I do like the Clippers in the West, maybe even a little sprinkle on the Warriors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the Warriors pick.
Yeah, the Warriors one is good. I think me and Carl talked about it a few weeks ago, and I
Yeah.
think I said Celtics over Warriors, or did I say Warriors? I can't remember.
I
I
think you
think I
said
had those
Celtics
two.
over Warriors.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
you
I
said
did
Celtics
Celtics
over
over
Warriors.
Warriors as my pick. Just
Revenge.
yeah, just because I think Celtics is just so deep. They look good. I hate to admit it, but they do look pretty solid, usually year in and year out, and they seem to be able to handle the Cavs. So yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that matchup is gonna be that's gonna be really good. I was doing like this bracket thing earlier this week, and
Mhm.
that was my ECF, and I had Celtics in six, but I could see that I could see that going in seven. That's gonna be a good series if that happens.
I
Yeah.
can see that game, that
Tatum has to
series
be
going in
healthy
seven
then.
or going in four. I think it's one of the two.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see the
Tatum
Celtics
has to be
just
healthy.
steamrolling them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
It
Tatum would have to be healthy. How hurt do you think he really is though?
I don't
Like
know if
they,
he'll play this series,
Mm.
but I don't know if that's because of the injury factor or they're just gonna be like, we're up
in the
2-0
bag.
and the
yeah,
series is back, give him the rest. Because he hurt the same wrist in 2022.
Mm.
And
Mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't rush him back, especially if you were able to kind of handle business tonight. Maybe if
I
it
mean
gets
JB had 36, 10, and 5 today on like 60% shooting. So
yeah, so
if he can
they
just ride that wave.
yeah, if God forbid it did get to maybe like a six, maybe you bring him back, but if it gets
Uh,
there.
I would bring him back before that
Yeah,
personally.
I wouldn't bring him back before that. Exactly.
If it goes to game six, I might freak out a little bit.
Yeah.
If this
Would
goes to six, I'd be shocked.
yeah. I'd be shocked as well. I think the
They,
Knicks
they play so aggressive though. Like that
mhm.
team is just large. Like Paolo,
Yeah.
Franz, they're just so
They
big.
are, yeah.
And they just play so physical. It's so hard. I guess it's
Yeah.
a good test though. Like because I think OKC like if that's the finals matchup, they play like a similar style.
Yeah, I think obviously the Celtics are a tremendously like put together team, but I think the one thing they have is just like the ability to hit the shot, like that momentum swinging shot. It's
Hmm.
like you mentioned, Dot. It's like, all right, we've been up all game, but the other team just cut it to 6, 5, 4 points, like they're within striking range, and boom, you hit a three, couple of threes, and now like it's over, momentum's gone, and the other way too. It's like you're down all game. All right, you need a bucket to tie it up or take the lead. They're able to hit that shot. It's like I feel like Derek White is just like automatic with those like momentum
yeah.
swinging threes like
Bro,
in
he
the
had back
corner.
to he had back-to-back threes when they cut it down to five today.
It's
Jeez.
fun. Like I didn't even watch the game. I just know that I just know that shit happened, bro.
Yeah,
That's like outside of them being put together so well, they just have that. And it frustrates me so much because like the Knicks sometimes don't have that. Like there was a few times in both of the games. Obviously, they won one and lost the other, but there were a few times in the game that they just lost where they were so close to just taking over the hump and taking over all the
Hmm.
momentum, and they just couldn't hit that one big shot to like
Yeah.
really start swinging it. So no, the Celtics definitely got everything going for them for sure.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I'm really excited. I'm hoping the Knicks can turn it around here. I'm excited to see how the rest of the playoffs turn out. Hopefully there is a Knicks and Celtics future matchup, but I know the group chat will not treat us kindly.
I don't think just for my own well-being, I like really want to endure that. I don't know if
Yeah,
I don't know if I would be able to sit there and watch it and not just like want to scream.
yeah, like
We have to watch it together.
Oh
Yeah.
no, 100%.
yeah, like if the Knicks, I was really rooting for if the Knicks stayed healthy last year and were able to get over the hump of the Pacers. Like, not saying the Knicks would have won, but it would have been a really interesting matchup. I don't know. I don't know about this year after based on the regular season, but I guess we never know, or we'll have to see. Hopefully,
Yeah. Me and Carl will be in the trenches on Sunday
In the
watching.
in the trenches, bro. At Stout, we're gonna be in that shit, bro.
you'll
In that
Yeah, it's
shit.
gonna be fun.
you guys might hear me screaming from Connecticut because I was not happy from game two.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I watched the game at Stout was that game 7 against the Pacers
Oh
when they
my
lost.
God.
It's tough.
That was tough.
You got to reverse the curse there, bring some good juju.
Yeah, big time.
I'm gonna wear my hat inside out, and then I'm gonna wear my underwear inside out as well.
Yeah, I like it.
Dot, are
I
you
know.
planning on going to any more games this year for the Celtics?
Yeah, probably for the Eastern Conference Finals if we
Wow.
make it.
I was
If you
gonna
make it
say.
to the finals, would you go there?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
I feel like
'Cause
it's just like,
last year I went to the Eastern Conference Finals, so I feel like I just naturally have to go again this year.
Mhm.
yeah.
But I didn't go to last year's finals, so I don't know if I should go this year. It's a lot of superstition things happening.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
understand that a
Yeah.
lot.
I
I
probably
understand that.
I probably wouldn't go to the finals then.
Besides your wallet, like besides your wallet, just like taking a beating, I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
if I'd want to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And if we're
was
talking
looking at I was looking
superstition,
at tickets. I was looking at tickets when like yesterday or something for the same seats that we sat in, but
Mhm.
for Eastern Conference Finals, and they were like $10,000.
Oh my God.
crazy.
I was like, all
That's
right,
insane.
That's
gotcha.
the one tough thing about living where we live. Like Boston's bad and New York's even worse. Like it's still cheaper to fly to Detroit, stay in a hotel,
Hmm.
and go to a game there than go to a game at MSG and
It's
like not paying for any commuting.
I know.
You
Yeah,
wanna know what's crazy though? I wouldn't change anything for the world, man. Like I would not change it.
I changed the
No, I mean
price.
MSG's yeah,
I would
change the
not
price,
change
but
it.
MSG is the best place to catch a game. Like
Mhm.
it's unreal in there.
Yeah, even for just like
I treat it like that's I think I said this in the chat at one point is like one of the main reasons that Knicks are playoff risers is because like MSG just plays like a 12th man role like the
yeah,
Seahawks, you know,
Yeah.
like that extra boost to the
Yeah.
game.
yeah, because even as we mentioned, like the dark times, I feel like even during the regular season and the team had no shot, like they would always sell out those crowds, and those tickets have always been expensive. Like you would catch like a random Tuesday night game for the Knicks like 10 years ago, and it'd still be exciting, it'd still be filled because it still is the Garden. So that crowd is always there, and you see how they celebrate outside just after a game one win. So I can only
Crazy.
imagine what that team would do if they ever won the finals.
We'll
What
find
that
out
city
eventually.
would happen.
I didn't see
Hopefully.
much. I didn't see much from game one win this year. Like how
No,
compared to last year.
yeah, yeah. It
I didn't
was
see much from this year.
it
I'll
was
send you some videos. There were some funny
there
ones.
there was some. It wasn't as crazy as last year, but there definitely was some that were
I feel
um
like last year, win or lose, it was something crazy.
Crazy, dude.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, if the Knicks win game four, you guys are gonna have to run from Stout. You're gonna have to run right in front of the Garden and just celebrate. I'm sure there'll be some fans.
Yeah, because what they started doing now is they have the watch parties outside of MSG in that like little alleyway, kind of
Oh,
by
nice.
there's like that taco place, there's like a pickleball place and a gym.
Yeah.
There's like right outside of the entrance.
Hmm.
They have like a huge watch party there, so that just brings in even more people
That's
Oh man.
right
insane.
outside the garden. Like in addition to the actual garden, plus all the bars outside, it's just like chaos out there. And they did a
Chaos.
ton of renovations, so everything just looks like beautiful in that general vicinity.
Hmm.
So I think people just love spending time there.
Do they view the game inside of the Garden?
What
I
do you
don't
mean?
I
Like,
don't
do
think
they have like
so.
a watch party inside of the Garden?
Oh no, because it's
No.
just like you kind of just walk in, go upstairs, and like you're in the arena. There's no like kind of big open area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they had it for the Rangers like last year. They had the big one inside. Everyone watched on like the jumbotron, but I don't think they had anything for the Knicks like this year
Oh,
or
you're
last.
saying when they're on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
when I'm on the
think.
road.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm an idiot. They do that sometimes.
Well, yeah, well, when they're home, yeah, people usually go to the
You guys
games,
go
I think.
inside to watch the game when they play at
Yeah, when they're at home,
home?
people do fans ever go inside and sit in the seats?
Oh, dude, that's funny. Yo, I've actually not stopped smiling this whole time.
The Cavs just won. They beat the Heat.
Yeah, fuck the Cavs, bro.
It was a close game. That's scary.
Was it
They,
121 to 112? Damn.
they didn't cover their 10-point spread or 13-point spread.
Yeah, we're getting live reports here, guys. Live reports here from the two-man podcast. Live reports.
Doesn't
Yo,
get better than
great first name. Tyler Hero had more points than Donovan Mitchell. 33 points for Hero. Donovan Mitchell 30. Wow.
Donovan
Wow.
Donovan Mitchell doesn't have a song named after him. Just saying. Just saying.
True.
Just saying.
Yo, Carl, I know also you had a fun game for everybody.
I do. I do. Should I do the fun game or the other game?
Do the other game first between the
Is there
two
any
of them.
The
trivia?
All right,
non-fun
all
game.
right. All right, yeah. So
It's gonna
no, they're
require me
both
to
fun
think.
games. All right, so this one is only for our two special guests. All right, so we have, our two NBA analysts here. So, I am going to suggest to both of you to make your all-time starting lineup, for NBA all time. You can pick whatever.
Yeah.
You need to pick a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, and you also get a six man, so you get six picks.
Are we going like
Like
snake?
a
So
snake
like
draft?
if Dot
Yeah.
picks someone, I can't pick them.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Sick.
And at the end, Tyler and I will decide what team we think would win in a in a 7 game series.
I love it.
Absolutely. So, and you guys can do some rock, paper, scissors to see who gets the first pick.
You could do says
What?
like rock, paper, scissors says, and then shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, good,
All
good.
right.
That would be Dan. Dan's got
Chop,
scissors.
chop.
Also, you guys didn't say rock, paper, scissors says. You
No,
just
we
did
just
it.
knew. We just knew.
We
That's
were
crazy.
I didn't really like that. That kind of, I'm gonna be honest, but it worked.
Dan gets the first pick.
Yeah, Dan's got scissors. Dan's got the first pick. Dan with the first pick in this all-time draft. Who you taking?
First pick in the all-time draft. It's tough. There's a lot of pressure being number one because there's so many good options. But I think I have to just round it out and take the most dominant force, and I'm gonna put Shaq down low. Um,
Oh, okay,
Wow.
and
wow.
and have everyone contend with him down there.
Wow. I honestly did not think you were going in that direction, and I love that direction.
Dot.
Yeah,
that's pretty
gotta get the biggest big man of all time down there.
Wow.
That's a
Dot,
good pick.
how are you gonna come back? How are you gonna come back that?
Uh, I'll combat it. Wait, so do I get two picks now, or is it just 1-1?
I think so.
I think you
That
get
would make
two.
sense.
Yeah.
I get two picks.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Um, so I'm gonna go with this is tough.
This is a. This is tough. Two picks is
I think
nice
I know
though.
where I think I know what direction I would go, honestly. If I had two back to back.
Yeah. Um, I think I'm gonna go with LeBron and Jokic.
Wow. Hey, that's a good one.
Jokic, love it.
Where are you putting LeBron though?
LeBron is gonna be my small
I mean,
forward.
you can switch at some point. But...
Okay. And Jokic is obviously coming off the bench, right?
Jokic six, man.
All right, Dan K, you are up. You get two picks.
All right, so he's got a big and he's got like a versatile guy.
Hmm.
Um, who do I think? I'll kind of go with that same Lakers Magic, and I'm gonna go with Magic Johnson.
Hey.
Give me that point guard. So I
Okay.
got my top and I got my point guard, I got my center.
Beautiful.
Who am I gonna start throwing in the middle? This is where it gets tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been tough the whole time. And it feels like not having Kareem or like Bill Russell's a GOAT, Wilt. Like, damn,
Mm.
those guys are all cracked.
All correct.
I feel like I'm building like an all Lakers team here. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Jordan. I gotta put Jordan on there.
I
Crazy
was
that he
gonna
fell all the
say
way to the fifth spot.
That
I have
is
to take
crazy,
him.
actually.
that's crazy. I was gonna say if you didn't pick him, I was like, that's crazy.
No, you got Magic and
He's got Magic,
Magic, Jordan,
Jordan, and
Shaq.
Shaq, and you got
Yep.
LeBron and Jokic.
I'm gonna go with um I'm gonna go with Steph at my point.
It's a good one.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with I gotta go with Kobe.
Love it.
Wow.
We
Love
got
Okay.
the
it.
we got the Kobe Jordan matchup.
Yeah.
And you got LeBron. That's a mismatch in itself.
I
Yeah.
That's
got I
true.
got I got two GOAT playmakers around some shooters.
Yeah, honestly, that is pretty lethal.
Yeah. All right. Who I gotta put some shooters on my team too. Um, I'm gonna go with Larry. Larry's gonna match up with LeBron for me.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
That's a snipe. That's a snipe.
Yeah, and and then I'm running on my team, right? I need one more.
Yeah. Where are you
Uh,
putting?
Uh,
You got Larry. You could put him in the shooting guard or the power forward position.
I think Larry's gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna have Magic, Jordan, Larry. I got Shaq, and I need a power forward.
mhm.
So, dude, I'm going. It's a coin flip between these two guys for me because I never saw them play. Um, give me, give me Wilt, bro. The fake 100-point game score.
That's a fire pick.
Documentation of everything else but Will getting 100. It's
I
kind of
saw I
Yeah,
saw
there's.
I saw Olympics from 1908 archery the other
Yeah,
day.
bro.
it's
Uh,
absurd. Anytime a clip comes out from that, you see that and then you don't see anything about Wilt. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah, so
So
that
is your team complete now, Dan?
yes.
Dan is just missing his last pick, which will be a six man.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I do that now or does
No,
Uh,
Doc gets to
Doc gets
finish.
two?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doc gets two.
Dot's got
um,
2. He doesn't want Dan stealing.
um, I got Steph, Kobe, LeBron, and Jokic.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, at my power forward, give me KD.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice. Nice pick.
And then for that's my team right now. And
Yep.
then
That could be your 5, yeah, so you would need like
That's
a
your
6
five.
man.
And I need a six man.
my sixth man would be give me Timmy D.
Okay.
Jimmy D. Wow.
I'm
Damn.
tight. I'm gonna go 6 man.
That's crazy.
Sounds like you
That's
were about to
crazy.
take that, Dan.
Yeah. It's a great pick. Great draft. You went young. You went like a newer generation. I went older
Yeah. I was
generation.
literally gonna say the same thing. I
Yeah.
was literally gonna say the same thing.
All right. I mean,
No
I
wrong
got,
pick.
I gotta, I gotta put him in and round out the Lakers squad. I'm putting in Kareem. No way Kareem
Wow,
isn't a top
nice.
12 all-time player.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my God. The difference between young and old in this team is really
Is
actually
actually
crazy.
insane. Like you would have thought Dan is literally like 80 years old. Like
Yeah, I'm
making
like
this.
my
I'm
dad.
gonna start calling him Unk, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, deadass.
Unk has his
Literally,
one pick.
he did not get one player that played like past 2008.
Nope.
Like
Pretty much, yeah.
that's insane. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's nuts. So Dan's final team, we got Magic, Jordan, Larry, Shaq, Wilt, and Kareem. Dot's got Steph, LeBron, Kobe, Jokic, KD, and Timmy D. Wow. Those are
Yeah, I think this is a really like both teams are really close. I think Dan has the edge with like grittier players, but I think like Dot, because it's the younger generation, has like the more like athleticism in a sense. Like you got like KD and LeBron and Kobe can like interchange between those like three spots there, you know?
yeah.
Like you could either play the guard, they can match up well against really anybody there, those three.
Yeah. Yeah, this is tough. These are nice, two nice teams.
I think I'm gonna give the slight edge to Dot and I'm gonna take it, but
Fucking hate this
it's
podcast.
but it goes to game seven and
Yeah.
Dot wins off Timmy D coming off the bench
Yeah.
and making a free throw at the line. That's
Yeah,
what I think I'm
Kareem
saying.
misses the hook shot. Timmy D
Yeah.
goes
No
in.
way, man.
Kareem misses a hook shot. I call a timeout. Put Timmy D in.
Yeah,
Get a
yeah.
foul call.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
funny.
You guys definitely did great. You guys definitely did great. And I know, Carl, you have one more game that I'm actually afraid for because I'm actually on the team with you guys this time. So,
Yes.
Oh, let's go.
Yes. Okay. So last game for you boys here has nothing to do with sports at all. It's just good old fun. Something that we like to do here at the Two Man Podcast. I actually stole this game from the Freddy Show on TikTok, so shout out to them. But essentially it's a trivia. We're putting a little bit of a two-man spin onto it. So we got three of you guys all going to answer the questions, right? So I'm gonna each ask you guys a question. So when I ask that person the question, they are the only person that can answer it. But each one of you gets one phone a friend and one hint from the host, which is myself. So, if Tyler's asked a question, he doesn't know it, he can either phone a friend, and then Dan or Dot, if you know the answer, you can do it, or you can get a hint from me. And you each out of the team of you only get 3 strikes. So if you get a question wrong, that's 1 strike.
all right.
Sound good?
Are we taking
Got it.
turns answering?
Yeah. So, I'm going, Tyler, you're going last.
Oh boy.
Since Dan got the first pick, Dot, you get the first question. All right. So,
We're going for whoever can get the most points.
No, I think we're all
no,
on a team.
you're on a team. You
Oh,
wanna,
okay.
you
We're just trying
wanna.
to go as long as
So there's
possible.
10 levels. All right. You guys
Wow.
want to reach level 10, answering all the questions correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we become millionaires.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, out of Carl's
exactly.
pocket.
Yeah, out of my pocket. If you guys win, how about this? You guys each get a Chick-fil-A gift card. How's that
Whoa.
sound?
Let's go.
Whoa, I didn't see
Stakes
that
are
in the
high
budget.
now.
This is
Yep.
awesome.
The operational cost just
Yeah, what
Yeah.
the hell? Got
Yeah,
the
Chick-fil-A
CFO here.
sponsoring this video, no problem.
I like it.
All right. So, Dot, the first question to you is, what color is an orange?
an orange is
That
orange.
is the correct answer. Good job, Dot.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go down.
Okay.
Hot start, hot start. This next
Question-
one's going to be so
It's going to be
completely-
crazy hard.
Question number 2, Dan. What haircut is known as business in the front and party in the back?
Is it the mullet?
Yes, that is correct.
Way to go,
Great
Dan.
job.
Way to go, way to go.
Let's go.
Great job.
Let's go.
This is a lot of pressure. I wish one of you guys messed up.
All right.
Keep the momentum up.
Tyler, what animal is associated with the brand Coca-Cola?
Is it a polar bear?
Yes, it is. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. Oh my God, this is nerve-wracking. I'm sweating.
Dot, back to you. What shape is a stop sign? Now, don't think too hard. You got to say the right shape. I know sometimes, like, you count them. You might think it's 8. You might think
I'm
it's
counting
7.
them right now.
I might have to draw one if you phone me.
8. Octagon.
Octagon is the correct answer.
Let's go.
Engineering,
So
baby.
we are 4 for 4. All right. Dan, back to you.
All right.
What is the national sport of Canada?
Feel like it's a trick question. No, it's hockey. It has to be.
Has to be, right?
Is
That's
that
what-
your final answer?
Oh,
Can we discuss within each other?
I don't
Nope.
think so.
He could phone a friend, or you could get a hint from the host, and that would take away your option for the. You could get a harder one next time.
Yeah, you got to go with your gut.
Feel like I'm trying to think of what else there would be. Like ice skating, maybe curling, snowball fighting. Fucking hell. Maple tree
Arrow.
picking.
Maple tree picking, syrup slurping.
Zero.
Terrace.
That's crazy.
No, I'm sticking with hockey. If we burn a strike on this, I feel like it's a good way to go down.
I agree.
Okay, and I'm sorry to say, boys,
No.
but hockey is not the official sport of
Damn.
Canada.
Dan, it's all right. I
The
would have.
official sport of Canada is actually lacrosse.
What?
What?
Ook.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dan,
What?
listen, I would have said hockey. I would have said hockey. I can't even blame you for that
I
strike.
I
That's
honestly
crazy.
completely understand. I would have said hockey too.
I'm
It is crazy.
I'm checking the rule books. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
check Carl's freaking.
I'm throwing up a protest after this game. This is unbelievable.
All right, Tyler, back
Ah,
to you.
Jesus.
What is a group of bats called?
Oh my God.
What level is this?
I think
This
this
is level.
We're fighting for 4 right now, I
This is
think. Or
six.
5.
This is six. Level
6. Oh yeah, I'll
six.
take it. I thought it was 5, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, like
One,
if
two,
if I
three.
fail one, we don't go up one, right?
No. You're fine. You're still on this. You go on to the next level. You can only lose. You have to just get to. You have to get out of level 10. You got to pass.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You just need
Okay.
to get to level 10.
So,
All right,
we
so-
have 2 more strikes, and we're at
Yes.
6.
Yep.
So we at least have to get 3 questions right the remaining of the game.
Yes.
Yeah. And you guys all still have your phone lines out.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think we can get through this.
Which I mean, I can't even entertain a guess for this one. So I'm gonna throw out phone a friend if Dot or Dan know this one. If they could even throw out a better guess than me. A group of bats.
You
What
also
is-
get
I
a
mean-
hint. You also can get a hint.
Can I use them both in the same round?
Nope.
Damn it. Well, I already
Use
said
the, use the
lifeline.
hint.
I already said a phone a friend.
No,
So
it's okay. You can switch it back because neither one of them know it either.
fair
so-
enough. Hint.
Okay. So the hint I am going to give you
It's
guys
not gonna help.
is it has to do with how a witch would cook something. A witch being like, the
Yeah.
mythical
Wife?
being.
I think
A ridiculous word.
if I had to take a guess, first word that came to my head, and my guess will be brew. Is it a brew of bats? No. Never mind.
Yes,
not final
say
answer.
yes.
I mean, I said final answer. I can't double it down. Is it not brew?
No.
Ah.
The
Is it-
answer is cauldron.
Oh, what did they cook
Oh
in?
my
Oh my
God.
God! You said, "Oh, wait, I'm an
Damn.
idiot." It was right there.
Damn.
No.
I tried.
You
I
couldn't
tried.
use a Harry Potter hint on that.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh,
This
I
next
fumbled
one
at the one.
goes to Dot. And actually, I'm so happy this one falled upon you, Dot. How many dots are on the Domino's logo?
Oh
Oh,
my
shit.
God. Oh my God.
Fuck.
Oh my God. How many times have we gotten Domino's? I can't even
I
think of the
think I'm
box.
gonna guess 3.
That's correct.
We're alive, baby. We're alive.
Yes.
Let's fucking go.
What
We're
a
just
Let's
guess.
fucking go.
Back against the wall. No
Oh,
hint, no
wow.
lifeline. Yo, Carl, just quick question. If he asked for a hint, what would the hint been? Between 2 and 4?
Yes, it would have been between 2 and 4 because I want to go all the way. All right.
Oh man.
I think we are up to level 8 now. We are up to level 8, so you guys
Yeah.
are almost out of it. But you
All
do only have 1 strike left, so you cannot get any of these wrong. All right. The next question is true or false, and it is for Dan.
Okay. All right. 50-50 shot.
The original name of Google was actually Backrub. True or false?
Why does that sound familiar? You could have said fucking diddly squat, and I would be like, damn, why does that sound familiar?
Why have I heard that before?
The answer is actually false because it was Disney Squad.
Yeah. Yo, that'd be crazy.
Well, let's be strategic. If we lose any more, we don't get it. And I'm not 100% sure. So I'm gonna get a hint from our trivia master.
Great job, Dan. Great job. Now I have to think of a hint on a true or false question, though, so I have to actually think about this.
Oh my God.
I did not expect
We've
it
got
on
him in a blender.
Uh, Um, um, if you were to say true, you're not too far off.
But is he off?
I feel like that just confused me.
I'm way more
That got me
confused.
further away.
I feel like true. I feel like true and false are both wrong now.
True is not far off.
Oh my
But if you
God.
say false,
All right, I'm going true.
Yeah, correct. Also, why the fuck would anybody want to name a browser back rub?
I
Yo,
was
but Microsoft. That's crazy.
wow. I never
Yeah.
thought
Why
about
would
it
you
like
call it
that.
Microsoft? Like, I don't want to be Microsoft.
That's
Yo, you're right.
that's
You're
a fair
right.
point.
So I guess they were trying to go the same, I
Right.
guess, wavelength.
I guess
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
just.
I'd rather back rub than Microsoft.
I just felt like that was too like weird of a name for it to be false. Like why? Yeah,
Yeah, when
that's
I heard
crazy
it, I
stuff.
was like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh
All
boy!
right.
Oh
We are
boy!
down to the final two questions. All right. And, I did actually tell Tyler when I gave him a hint before this was the question, and I can't believe this is falling upon to you, Tyler.
Oh no! Oh
Oh
no!
God.
That's not
Oh
good.
no!
Level 9.
You still have phone a friend.
The question
Ain't gonna
is,
help.
what year was Queen Elizabeth II born? That goes, wow.
I don't even know. Like I'm just assuming this was the most recent
Is
Queen
it the one that just
Elizabeth.
passed?
Like that's what I'm going based off of. It has to be. She was up there. Like I think she was in her 90s. I don't know if she hit 100. Did she hit 100? No. But oh, that's so tough because it's somewhere in the 90s, I think. How old was she 99? Can Yeah, I don't even know. This is so tough. Oh my God, I can't believe this fell on me. I'm gonna go because unless one of you guys know it, but I don't know if you know it for sure. So I'll throw out the guess, and I will go.
You don't have to give a final answer. I will give you this or
Well, you have a phone a friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we do a group phone call?
yeah, fuck it.
yeah.
Fuck it,
All
we
right.
make up the rules.
We got two more. Let's discuss. I don't know. My first thing is like I was thinking like 94. Like I think she was in her 90s, right?
I think she was 96.
You think 96?
I think she was 96.
And when she died, like
2024, right?
I think it was just
2020?
like last year, a couple of years ago. Maybe it was last year. It might
Yeah,
have been
she
last year.
died last
Okay.
year.
Last
Oh.
year.
So it would have been 1938 if we go by 96 years. But wait, is that right?
no,
No.
no. My first guess was 1926. Or 1926 was my first guess.
So she would have been 100. So she would have been 99. Did she
Yeah.
just hit 99?
Yeah.
Wow. So she was 99 or was she 100?
I think it's 1926.
It's 1926! Let's go, boys! Yo, what a shot, Dan!
Yeah, that's actually
What a
kinda crazy.
shot. Yo, shoot, man.
Wow,
that was
that is
crazy.
nuts.
I didn't even look it up or anything. 26 is just my birthday. I was like 1926.
Yo,
Wow.
that's crazy.
Came up clutch was there. Oh my God.
That is
I wasn't
insane.
even an answer. I was just saying I think it might be 1926.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Let's
Okay,
go.
the last and final level, level 10. How many notes
Bring it
are
home,
on
Doc.
a piano? And it is 2 dot.
How many notes are on a piano?
Sorry, like how many keys? How many
Oh, I was
keys
gonna
are on a
say, I'm
piano?
like, what
Sorry.
the hell?
How many keys?
Black and white.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You still have a hint and you still have a phone friend.
I've never played the piano. Can we call people on their phones? Can I call Billy Joel? Can I ask Elton John?
First of all, you have Billy Joe's number.
If I did, I feel like I should be allowed to call him.
Wait, can my hint be if I give you a number, could you give me an over under?
Yes.
Is it 87?
Under. Like, just under.
Damn.
Fuck, bro. Yo, that is actually crazy. I don't know, like, what made you get that number, but, like, that is insane.
My guess would have been 52.
Yo, mine was 56.
Thank God you didn't phone a friend.
So, how many from 87 off? 84.
No, you went the wrong way.
The wrong
Wait.
way, bro.
You said under.
I said under. You're under.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you said under 87.
Yeah, under 87 would be 84.
Oh, wait, my bad. Over.
Oh, okay.
No, the way I took it was he said that you were just under.
Yes, that's what I
Oh,
said.
I thought
Yeah.
Oh, the way I took it was the number is under. Oh.
87. That's how I did. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Bro, I got
Now
you,
go
bro.
one more up.
88.
Yes, let's go! The boys made it, bro. The boys made it.
We crawled to the finish line, boys, but we got there.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Dude, if we were to like go back into the recording, the first like 4 answers went by so fast.
The last one took 30 minutes.
Yo, because the first question was what color is an orange, and now we're guessing how many keys are on the piano. That's insane. That was nuts. That was,
87 was a pretty good guess.
Yo,
That was
that
a
was
hell of
That
a
was
guess.
fire.
an insane guess. That's why I had to give it to you. Like, there's no way like,
Yeah.
you could have gotten that.
On a question like that, there should be like you have like a key and a half you can get off. Over under.
The fact
You covered the key. You covered the
The fact
spread.
you guys got Queen Elizabeth was crazy.
Yeah, 19. Yeah, that was
Good stuff, boys.
Yeah,
Good
quality
educated
stuff.
guessing.
Yeah,
Good job, guys. I gotta say that was probably my favorite game we've played so far.
I think so too. Our New Haven education's paid off.
Yes, great job. We made it.
Yeah, fellas. Well, yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I honestly want to do this again soon with you guys because I had a lot of fun. But that's unfortunately all we had planned, and that was the whole episode. But we thank you guys again for joining us.
Yeah, let's do a second round preview.
Yes,
Yo,
let's go. Let's
If
go.
it's Knicks Celtics, we'll get that going for sure.
All right,
Get it together for sure.
deal. Now the Knicks
For
have a lot more
sure.
pressure to win.
And
Yeah.
you guys got to come back better though, because I'm gonna have another game for you guys.
Oh my
so.
God.
What do you mean we won?
Yeah. You have to
You
come
did.
back better. You need
You
You're
better
have to come
right.
back
You're
stronger.
right. I'm gonna make sure you fail next time.
I'm gonna be playing.
my team. I'm gonna put my team and Dan's team in 2K and Simon.
Yeah.
If you do, I need to know who wins.
Sim it 100 times, see who won more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to the boys for putting this together.
Dude,
Of course.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Anytime.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you guys for turning the 2-man podcast into the 4-man podcast for a night. We appreciate it.
Yes, of course. Till next time, fellas. We appreciate you. See you guys.
Until next time, let's go Mets.
Bye, guys.
Let's go
Till
Knicks.
next.
Let's go Knicks.